Hi guys. Once upon a time, someone, don't know who, said she was going to stop filming videos on her bedroom floor. Yeah, so I don't have very much time. I almost forgot to film this video. Could you imagine? I would crucify myself for it when I found out, but I'm scared of it for the future, so we're gonna do this now. Holy fuck. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, if you're new. I have been on YouTube for 7 years today. I know that I always try and quantify that in like how old a child is, but like, you know what a 7-year-old, like 7, like my YouTube baby is 7 years old. That is like, guys, I'm closing another decade. Am I gonna go to a decade? I'm definitely gonna go to a decade. Like, I do not want to let my YouTube fall by the wayside. Not that you probably would have thought that, seeing as it's what? Yes, it's the 21st and I've made one video this year. I'm sorry! I have filmed and almost finished editing everything I read in 2019. I'm sorry, it's 35 minutes long. Do you want me to leave it that long? I can try and do that for you. I just don't have very much time. Emma, why don't you have very much time? Well, I started film school last week, and everywhere they were saying like, oh yeah, it's intense, it's intense, it's intense. Like, I bought it, like I did school on Saturday, like, you know, bring it, show me intense. Yeah, they brought it. When they like say intense, they mean it. This weekend just gone, I acted in a film and I did sound for the other film that we shot, and I'm also gonna edit that film. So I'm busy. They gave us like 10 days to do the first film, and I need to write a script by a Thursday, which I've like come up with my idea, and I have another script that I need people to like look at and give me info on, and it's like a lot. But guys, it's so exciting. So that's why I'm not like making much. I will, once I adjust to the rhythm, try and make more stuff again. Simple requests only, please. But my god, it's so weird. I can't believe the fact that I've been doing YouTube for such a long time now. Like, that is a super long time. I guess 8, 9, 10 years. That's like, what? I definitely will go to 10. I love my YouTube. I don't know what I would like, you know, do without it. It's given me such a sense of like purpose and of being, and is a huge part of my identity, but I wouldn't know what to do if I lost it. Also, I got this new scrunchie. Isn't it cute? Oh my god. I love scrunchies. Life is very, I don't know, it's a lot right now in like all the best kind of ways. I just find it like mad that I don't know, the transition from when I uploaded my first video 7 years ago, to being like, yo guys, I'm now in my 2nd week of film school, is just, it's so exciting. It's like, if only, you know, it's like if only I could go back and tell Emma of 14-year-old Emma, like, look, this is where this will take you, because this is where it has. It's extremely likely that I would never have gone to film school if I had not started my YouTube channel. I can tell you that pretty certainly. I probably would have never had the self-belief or whatever to do it. So YouTube has taught me so much, and now I'm getting to like do something with that, and I'm getting to enjoy it. And I know I'm like a week in, but this has been one of the most insanely validating weeks of my life. And I'm just, oh, guys, the fact that like YouTube in a way brought me here, the fact that you guys brought me here, because I like creating for myself, sure, but I love creating for other people. Like, that has always made me so happy, and I love feedback, good and bad. I think bad feedback, well, negative feedback can always make you stronger, as it should. And if you're not, you know, getting any negative feedback, then, you know, that's kind of dull, isn't it? So I just want to say, like, thank you for always giving me, you know, a platform and a place and a voice to just, you know, here's my creative shit. Please enjoy it. If you're new, here's my film channel if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about. So it's just insane that YouTube is like, from me to where I am now, and I am so excited to see where I can continue to take this. And I'm just, it's so much, I'm so like, okay, this is like the next evolution in Emma. I've always said, and I do believe that I have a very, I've always said that I feel like I have a very strong like sense of self and of who I am, and I feel like I don't change. And I think a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, but everyone changes. I feel like, yeah, okay, yes, I change, but it's more that I have like my like sort of like little categories of who I am, and I just like within those I just like level up. Like, I just, this is definitely such an arrogant, like, you know, as a person I feel like I just improve rather than change. I'm like a fine wine, like I get better with age, rather than just completely change. That's a weird way of explaining it, I don't know, but I feel like then this for me is just like such a natural step, and it just makes so much sense, and like it's just such a validating like week. When I was younger, I would always like, even with like little projects, whatever, I'd get stressed out about things like copyright, about things like permits and releases and like stuff like that. And now I'm being told that like, oh no, you do have to worry about all of those things. And I'm like, wow, when I was younger, I would thought that was overkill, but now I'm like being told that like, yeah, you need to think about stuff like that, and you need to think about it practically. Like, if you guys didn't know, I used to do, originally in first year of my bachelor, I did comparative literature with film, and I hated the way they talked about film so much that I axed with film, and just did straight comp lit, because I didn't think they ever thought about a film practically or pragmatically. And so now doing like a MA that is like practical filmmaking, I'm like, I was right. Well, obviously I think I was right, but like I know that it was the right decision for me, and now people are telling me that like, yeah, you can be as creative as like you like, but it is a practical discipline, and it is something that has so many limitations in so many different ways. Not that it's only limiting, but like you can't treat film like you treat literature, and I've always been very adamant about that. And it's so been interesting to see other people like, you know, having the same ethos and having the same like mentality. So it's just been very like, it's just really nice and just very validating. And as well, like the people on my course, you know, a lot of them that I've spoken to so far are like really nice, and again they like match my like ethos and how they think, and they're really just chucking you in the deep end, like, right, get on with it. Like, it's nice to like be somewhere and like know how much like that you, not that like you deserve to be there or like you fit in or whatever, but it's like, yeah, I'm in the right room. This is just kind of what's been on my mind this week. Has been, someone messaged me for like a review of my first week of film school. Great. Intense, but great. And I'm just really excited to see where, you know, as we get going more, like what we create, you know, where it goes and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully I won't look at this and go, you young, naive first term, but I'm like, guys, I'm a sick ass, it's so much fun. Whenever I can share films with you guys, I will do my best to. It might have to be via like Vimeo links or something, so if you don't follow me on my socials, which I would use to update you, not on YouTube, my handle is @sarcasticfish on everything, so whenever I can share things with you, I will do my best to, but I'm not entirely sure how much we can. It's a practical filmmaking course, so you get to do like everything. You have to learn to produce, you have to learn to direct, you have to learn to write, etc, etc. It's just like, my brain is having such a great time, because I'm sure a lot of you who've watched me for a while will know that like my brain needs feeding. I always need to find like new things and like learn to like grow and like expand, and like I'm so scared of being bored and of like stagnating, and boredom is my biggest fear. So I think for me this is just perfect. Like my time off, my like mini gap year was like great, but part of me was missing, because part of me was not learning anything new. Not that I want to be perpetually stuck in education, but like, man, this was just such a great move, and I'm just very at peace with like everything, because I'm like, I need this. Do I like my hair like this? Discuss. Whew, I'm just really happy. And interestingly, for the first time, someone has actually mentioned how useful social media is with like filmmaking now. She was teaching production and she's a bit younger, so I think maybe, yeah, that is more on her radar. I want to thank you guys for existing. Again, thank you guys for every time you've supported any film that I've made, or like any like constructive criticism you have given me, or just like your views, thanks, or a like. I really appreciate it, and have never been made to realise how valuable that is, I guess, until now. So thank you. I didn't realise how useful my YouTube could actually practically be in my career, so cool. It is not just that thing I did to waste time. I was building my future for the last 7 years. I'm full of shit. I don't know. It's weird to like try and reflect on like the last 7 years. So I think the main thing is that I'm just shocked and so insanely happy that it's brought me to where I am now. Do I have anything else to like update you on? Oh, okay, this doesn't obviously look like much, but my skin has started to clear up a little bit because I've started using something new. If you guys have never heard of niacinamide, Google it. I'm slightly obsessed with it right now. I will link a couple good videos to it, but like I got the Ordinary like niacinamide and zinc thing. It's like a $5. I started using it and my skin has started to clear up, and it's like I'm excited about it and I'm feeling good about it. I'm like, oh, this is like a little change what I needed to make for me, because I am bored of looking like a spotty teenager because I am almost 22. So can my skin clear up, please? Oh, and if you guys want a little update so far on my New Year's resolutions, I have officially been on more runs in January than I went on in all of 2019, 2018, 2017 and 2016 combined. That is so bad for me. Over those last few years, my body has taken a slight beating with me trying to run again. I'm not going to show you my feet, never mind, because of we all remember the weird foot live stream. I managed to give myself, it was like Achilles tendonitis, I think my dad said, where like your tendons near your Achilles like kind of hurt. And I have now got new trainers, so that's kind of like fine and going, so I'm trying to like slowly amp it up again, but I'm actually kind of sticking to it, which has shocked me more than anyone, I can assure you. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm actually, God, don't tell my dad, I'm actually enjoying it. Which me of a year ago would have not expected me to say. Maybe I do change. Oh, and another update actually, I actually have been to a therapy session. I only went to be assessed, but they're essentially gonna now match me up with a therapist they think will work best for me. I really enjoyed it. I had a very positive experience. I'm very happy that I went. And also, again, in terms of validation, you know, they said that they thought I was a very good candidate for therapy and that I would really benefit from it. And again, it's just very validating for someone to say like, look, the things you want to talk about are valid things to talk about, and like in a way that I am like allowed to be there, and that I'm not like, you know, being dramatic or putting it on as an affectation to make me seem more interesting or as a cry for attention, which has always been an insanely deep-rooted fear. But I'm like, you know, maybe there's not actually anything wrong with me, maybe I'm putting it on for attention. So yeah, even with that, like identifying that like, even that mindset in itself is something that is worth teasing apart and saying, you know, like, okay, why do we feel like this? This is actually a problem in itself. So like kind of going to that layer and realising like, oh, I guess I do have things to talk about. So that was just very, very cathartic as well. And so I'm excited to like start going properly. Like, woohoo! So if any of you guys have been like dragging your heels about something like therapy or have the opportunity to go, I do recommend just having, you know, a look. I guess you don't know what it could do for you, so that was a really positive thing too. But yeah, I mean, running in itself has kind of been like a therapy. Just being able to spend that time in my brain, but then like being able to so easily like direct it to like my physical body, it's been like really interesting. I think I've needed it, and I think I said in my video that I've always seen me running as a reflection of my mental strength, so that working together, I kind of, running and therapy I kind of want to put together in one thing. I'm working on me, and I don't know. I'm feeling really good about this version of me, 2020 Emma. I like her. I'm happy with her. I hope you guys are happy with 2020 versions of you. And if you're not, it's January. We have time to change and time to all improve like fine wines. But yeah, I spent much of Sunday stood in the bathtub trying to record audio for a short film, and I'm loving it. Lord. Because like the technical stuff, like filmmaking is so technical, and like I've always enjoyed that I've like been able to do stuff like that. Not that I've been like insanely techie, but like you don't need to be, you just need to like, you know, low-key like jack of all trades. Okay, master of none, sure, but you need to know all the like different aspects, like be like really good filmmaker. So I'm like, wow, these different parts of my personality can like now flourish. I'm like, ha ha ha. Yes. Things that used to be like a problem, like I'm so easy at like overthinking, and my brain can be so like chaotic and like, okay, what about this, what about this, and blah, 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 like how I'm organised, and like all my sort of weird stressful organisational energy, like it's got a place to go now. Especially like if you're the kind of person who wants to produce and we have to produce stuff, all of that overthinking, all of that like excess brain power, it has a place to go. It has a really positive place to go, rather than going back into, you know, it can go out rather than going back in and me worrying about myself and like my personal life problems and relationships and whatever. So that is just like been a nice change. And also, I guess in another way, I've felt very little social anxiety. Like that is something that I often, with new situations, have dealt with, and there have been times now when I've come back from something and gone, oh, I not even for a second did I feel like that. Which also makes me go, is this what normal people feel like? Do the rest of you not always feel like super stressed and tense and these kind of things? But that has been like something that's like insane. It's like a weird switch has gone off in my mind that's just been flicked and me going, well, chill. There's a weird chill version of me because all my stressy energy is now being directed into like creative energy, and it's just like, brilliant! I feel very at home, and I hope that this is not like a naive statement that I say and then later change my mind on and hate myself for saying and putting on the internet for everyone and forever. But this was such a good decision, and I'm so grateful for YouTube for leading me here and for the encouragement and stuff I've had from you guys. It has meant the world to me in a way that I just, again, there are just no words for it. But I have a lot of work to do, so I suppose I have to bid you farewell. But guys, 7 years. 7 years! This is obviously the longest relationship I've ever had, is with you guys. The only other longer relationships, I guess, are with Georgia, with my family and with myself. So, you guys are pretty up there. But I am like super curious to see how like my social media and like my platform and like I guess the power I have in that is going to impact my career. I'm like super curious for it. Because again, I'm really surprised that not more people on my course. There are 40 of us in our cohort that like we don't have a bigger like social media like standing, if that makes sense. The fact that Emma's a YouTuber has snuck its way around. What's up guys? I'm having a good time, and I just think my soul, okay let's go there, my soul needed this. It's such a good balance of like practical, pragmatic stuff, but with like creativity, and then it's just like, ooh, that hits the sweet spot. That for me, that is the sweet spot. But yeah, that is where we are at, guys. Mentally, me, that's Emma right now. And I like these, they're like my little time capsule. I'll link all the other ones I have below. I will also, as I do every time, link the first video I ever made. Even though that is now, it's unlisted, so you can't like stumble across it on my channel. You need to find it via the link, but it's there. Just to look at her and then look at me. Same, but different. Here we are. 7 years later. Thank you for listening to my rambles. How are your New Year's resolutions going? If you have never watched any of my films, would you like to? How are you guys? Let me know. And if you have any easy, quick-ish video suggestions, please let me have them, because I obviously want to make videos, but my limitations are now a lot. But I thought we could have weekends. No. Well, my weekends are no longer my own. They meant intense when they said it. Is this a careful what you wish for scenario? Like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye. 7 years, motherfuckers.